Yay, we're live. I think.
Hello, hello, internet.
Oh,
Maybe not. Oh, now we are. Yes.
that's my favorite part of any live stream is the first 15 seconds where you're just staring at the camera waiting.
We're all doing the millennial pause.
I feel like every time I do an Insta live, it's always like 10 seconds of me like just blankly staring at the beginning. And I'm like,
And
oh,
that's the cover image.
yeah. Thankfully, they've changed that so you can change the cover image because, yeah, for a while it was just like, it would always be me like staring.
Oh, I want to watch that video.
And like me awkwardly being like, hey guys, they're just waiting for someone to come in. Oh, Jared, hi. Jared, did I make you a moderator for our YouTube yet? I can't remember if I did or not. Because if not, I will make you one.
Oh, I see it. Okay, I gotta mute this. I can't hear us on feedback here.
Oh yeah, it does like both. Yeah. Ah. Jared. Oh, okay, yeah. Because you have that little like mechanic icon next to your name, Jared. And I wasn't sure if that was like you added that to your name or that was because I made you a moderator. I've only once, and I think Jared, you were there too. There was like this one person that came into me and Zach's live that like wouldn't stop being like, I want to watch you two have sex. Have you two had sex? Who bottoms? Who tops? I want to watch. And it was just like constant.
I was going to ask for the link so I could see the chat, but no, I'm good.
I brought up the chat. Don't worry, I'll tell you what horrible things they said.
Here, I'll send. This is the link to the video, Nick, and I'm gonna tweet about it and post about it. Listen, I said this to Ryan. I was just happy to be included in the thirst for once. I was like, at least I'm included.
Oh God, you're gonna be on AO3 or whatever.
Wait, when you say on AO3, are we just assuming that Ian doesn't have his own like Buffy folder?
They mean someone's gonna write about us on AO3 is what they mean.
Oh yeah.
But Buffy's gonna get in the mix there, definitely.
Buffy
comes I don't know that he could be sensually with Mother.
It would feel too bad. I'd be too self-conscious. There are a few of the authors we've had on the podcast. I won't say who because I don't want to like out anybody. But there was someone writing fanfic about those authors because they were like so like into them and would tweet it at them. And it was like, I'm not gonna lie, I looked at one because one of them retweeted it was like, oh my God. And I was like, I have to look. And it's not like sexy. It's just like weird. It's like, oh, they're friends and they're hanging out.
That's even worse.
Right? Isn't that even like,
worse?
That feels like worse.
It's
yeah, that's worse.
Friend fiction.
Yeah, it really was just friend fiction. And I was like, this is not what I was expecting them to like fuck, but it's like I read it and it was just them like sitting around as if they were roommates.
They're like, I saw a TikTok the other day. It was so weird.
Like I just, yeah. I mean, you know, to each their own, I guess.
Hello, Amanda.
Oh, hi, Amanda. See, yeah,
please,
Jared
honestly,
knows.
Jared
Jared
says that Buffy will kill him after he has sex with Spike and Spike sires him. And honestly, that's the way I've been hoping this would end.
Nick, I don't know if you saw, I posted a clip. Me, Ryan, and Zach interviewed Amber Benson and Christopher Golden. Sweetheart, right? Ryan, I think that went like really well. Like,
oh my God, the best. She is a delight.
Yeah. We like joked
not that
how
Christopher's
like
anything
right, yeah, Christopher was great too. Christopher Golden
like childhood dream, you know.
Right. Christopher Golden joked, Nick, that like what did he say? He was like, and that's the clip I cut. It was like, well, the only thing everyone had that they wanted next season is they want to have sex with Spike. And we were like, yeah, write us in as podcasters and also we have sex with Spike.
That's beautiful. You make your dreams come true. Yeah.
Well, let me tweet about this. Also, isn't it wild that Thanksgiving is in 2 days?
Yeah, we should talk about Thanksgiving. What are you doing?
I set up. I called like we have these very lovely very weird cousins that I adore. And if they were characters on a TV show and they weren't written by someone who was Puerto Rican, they would be an offensive stereotype. Like, it's my cousin. She works for the Disney law firm and she is 65. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Her and her mother dress like supermodels. Her mom, who is 89, will wear a like top cut down to here where it looks like a nipple's gonna pop out. Her boobs look great.
Oh my God.
Her mom works out. Her mom will wear bracelets up to here and necklaces and still be like actually cooking home cooked Spanish food, but like fully decked out.
I love that.
So we used to go to their house for Thanksgiving because the best cooks in the family. We haven't in a while, so I called them to see what they were doing. Me and my dad are going up to my DT's house and then going to get dinner with my brother and his family and then go to those cousins' house because usually they eat dinner at 10 p.m. every night.
That's very Puerto Rican.
Yeah. So they were like, well, if you guys are eating, we'll make you stuff to bring home. And I was like, yes, please. Because they make the best empanadas and they're going to like give us a tray of them.
Hell yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it because, you know, it's my first Thanksgiving
delightful.
without my mom. And I feel like that'll be a nice, like, seeing different people and like it's family that I actually like.
And then you get a gift.
Yeah, right. And then I get some free food. What are y'all doing?
Stuff, things. I was gonna go to Vermont. Those plans fell apart, which is fine because I'm too lazy. Work has been bonkers, which is why, hey, I'm here, I exist. Hi, Buffy family. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna be in the neighborhood. I feel like every lesbian I know had a baby in the last 6 months. So I'm gonna be doing the tour of Brooklyn and then probably because they all have babies getting back at like a tasteful 9 p.m.
All right.
But mommy opened her first glass of Thanksgiving wine.
Yes. I used to, when we would do like, I would come down for Thanksgiving when I lived in New York, and then we would like go up to North Jersey. But my dad would usually drive me back into the city, and I'd have him drop me off like near Stonewall, and I'd just go straight to Stonewall and like get drunk. It was always nice.
Nice.
What are you doing, Ryan?
Honestly, I think we're gonna watch all the Hunger Games movies in a row, and then John's just gonna cook all day in little dishes that come out one at a time to be appreciated. Yeah, I don't want anyone to talk to me about their political ideas at this exact week, and I don't want to travel, and I didn't get a ton of invites. So I was like, you know what was actually not so bad was the COVID Thanksgiving when we just made lots of little things all day. And when we did get invites, it's not that they weren't the invites we wanted. It's that any invite was going to get turned down once the idea was floated that I could just watch a series of movies and have a man bring me food. Like, I'm good. So I will be giving thanks in my own way.
That's fair. Yeah, I am lucky that like, because we're seeing the Puerto Rican side, I don't have to worry about really bad political opinions.
Nice.
Christmas, that's up in the air, and I don't know what we're doing for Christmas, but that might be a lot of bad political opinions unless I seclude myself. Yeah, hi everyone. Hi Ethan. Hi Amanda. Hi Jared. So we're gonna watch Pangs, which is a problematic episode, but it's like one of those things where it's like problematic, but also like it's like both. It could be both, right? Does that sound bad to say?
It's like not woke, it's half awake.
You know.
Hold on, Parker's not in this one though, right?
No.
Yeah,
I don't think so. Yeah.
Oh God, Riley's in it.
But only a little bit. He leaves. He like goes home for Thanksgiving.
My favorite episode is the one in this where he leaves by helicopter. Bye-bye.
You know, going through the show for the podcast, I actually weirdly kind of liked Riley at the start going through it. Like I thought he seemed like a nice, he was the nice, boring fuck that she needed between Angel and Spike. I'm sure the sex was good for her. She deserved it.
Most people have murderous rebound guys that everyone thinks they're evil. Buffy did the opposite.
Yeah.
She got like a boring milk toast.
And you know what? Good. That's like my defense of Kennedy. I'm like, listen, everyone deserves a rebound fuck. And like, yeah. You know, and I'm sure that man is attractive. I do find him, he's like very basic middle America attractive, but
It works. Well, whatever works.
And wait, this episode we had Jaina Spenson on when we covered this the first time. She definitely tried. She tried. Like, she actually went and did research on the Shumash tribe to try, like, but she only had a week. And she did, like, drive somewhere to do research on it. So, like, I try to, like...
there.
I try to be a little fair with her. And it was, like, 99.
Part of me is like, it's a different time. And then other part of me is like, no, it's not. But it definitely was a different time in regards to the internet. So
Yes.
When it comes to research, that is a certain level of effort. And it definitely was a lot more difficult. And also, I think like we didn't have mainstream language. Like a lot of the basic concepts of like even a cultural appropriation, you had to spend like a half an hour explaining that to somebody the first time when they didn't know, especially a white person. And I'm not excusing it so much as I'm saying like, this is certainly a relic, and I don't think it makes Jaina Spenson a horrible person, but like, it's a relic. It's an antiquity, if you will.
I was discussing this. I recorded with Prophecy Girls, which is another Buffy podcast, and they're lovely. And we were talking about that, how like some fans don't understand the difference between, like, we're all saying like this is problematic, but it also is of its time, but it's also still problematic, and how like we do that because we love the show, and like because other things do hold up in the show, that's why when it is problematic, it's like more glaring than maybe.
You want to know what I do with things that are problematic that I don't like? I don't talk about them.
Yes.
Or I just say, don't watch that.
Yeah. Like I was telling them how like when Will and Grace was coming back, and I was like excited, and I was like, I'm going to revisit it. And it was on Hulu, and I revisited it, and oh boy, like, ooh, there's a lot.
Some of it doesn't
like...
hold up at all. And then every once in a while, there's a Nancy Kerrigan joke that just knocks your socks off.
There's a Sarah Michelle Gellar joke where Deborah
is.
Messing is like, what is it? She's reading like Vanity Fair, and she's like, wow, Sarah Michelle Gellar was like a prisoner in her POW camp, and it's because pages were stuck together, and she's reading about John McCain. And I always thought that was funny. All right, everyone. We're gonna. Oh, see, Ethan, yes. Also, I didn't know that you knew Buffy characters enough to know who Riley was, but yes, I agree. Jared said their sexcapades did start a poltergeist. That is true. So, all right, well, do we want to hit play on this? God, where are my screens? I have so many things open. Jesus. It's like 2 versions of today's episode. There we go. There's the thing I need. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, go, and then we'll hit play.
Okay.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go.
I was thinking of asking out Buffy. Well, I've never.
God, this music for the previously on. Inversely, Addams Family Values still holds up as like a really good Thanksgiving rant.
It totally does. Great job, Harmony.
Yeah.
Failing on my watch.
For a second, I thought you mentioned Addams Family Values. Just
any living creature in it.
The Jonathan Taylor Thomas hair that Riley has, I completely forgot.
It's Roof.
Oh yeah.
Middle part.
Oof.
It's nice to see a boy walking down a dark corridor looking over his shoulder.
And he's in a tech vest.
Oof,
Clearly, he was an early Facebooker.
That outfit.
What do you want? Hey.
Yeah, he definitely works at Meta.
Wait, Nick. Is that yours that I can hear?
Sorry, yeah. How do I mute it?
Either headphones or just like lower the volume.
It's like, some of the special effects people are like, oh, look how dated this looks. And then other stuff like the electricity and the staking looks so good
Yeah.
to this day.
Yeah, I think the staking does look pretty good. We talked about that. I recorded for The Wish with Stephen Dunn and Matthias Lawler, and we were talking about how like some of the dusting still looked good.
Yeah, some of it looks great. But they used to put budget behind this kind of stuff. I mean, they had limited tech, but a great opening theme song every time. Hits every time.
One of the few
It's
openings
Sex and the City.
We'll never skip. Yeah. I feel like, and I know this is like played out because everyone talks, but I feel like Stranger Things is maybe one of the only new shows, Stranger Things and Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, that have very good like opening songs.
Yeah, it's true. And you know, I missed when they would like show you all who the main characters were and give you the actor name. Like, that's actually useful. It gets me back into the world and like reminds me who everybody is. I just missed 22 episode seasons, man. Ah, blurb.
Isn't it weird to think that like Angel was sent here because of this? Like this was like a big thing that he had to be sent to Sunnydale for.
Yeah.
Also, this fucking cowboy
kind of funny because Glory shows up and he's like, "I feel like you got it.
You're good." Like, so also talk to Jana Spenson and Cynthia Bergstrom about this fucking cowboy hat because Jane said she does feel it undercuts the YMCA joke, and Cynthia said Sarah Michelle Gellar asked to wear it, like she saw it in the wardrobe like trailer and was like, "I want to wear this," and they didn't really say no to her when she wanted to wear something.
Truly a Barbie among us.
Yeah.
There's so many patterns.
I know. Oof. And Anya's pants. Oof.
Yeah, that's some Thanksgiving clothes if I've ever seen them. I love Anya so much, though. What a delightful, great scene for her.
She really to force those words out.
Yeah.
Other cultures.
I think the White House press correspondent's doing great.
Nosebleed.
I definitely like recited this word for word in a history class at some point.
I feel like I used this speech as my like in defense of hating Thanksgiving. Like I used Willow's speech.
100%. Internalized.
Yeah.
Man, the patterns are the patterns, but the color scheme, so beautiful.
God, I love Anya's line here. Sacrifice with pie.
Well,
I mean, she's not incorrect.
Also, they're trying so hard to get them in something Thanksgiving-y clothes-wise, but it's clearly warm.
Yeah. It's also, yeah, LA.
Why is he just digging more of a hole?
Right? No one
They
else
have
is
machines for that, Xander. He didn't go
Now
to
you have to
college.
get to work.
My favorite thing about Anya is how much she eroticizes Xander, and he's like the most average guy
Yeah.
around.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to
The
tell you something
passion.
about cis-het women, and they will
Take what you get.
they will find a kitchen sponge and tell you that it is a provider.
God, am I a cis woman? I feel like that's what I do. I'm like an ounce of kindness. Oh, you're the best.
No, but Xander this season, listen, I'll come down on that character left and right, but I also would have went down on that character.
Yeah, I think 3, 4, and 5.
He's looking snatched.
Yeah.
Yeah. There he is. There's the big Muppet.
Aren't you both so excited to get back to Angel? I feel like no one gave a
I
shit that we
am.
took a break from Angel.
I gave a shit.
I appreciate it, Ryan.
Oh, the dingoes.
I kind of love that they keep that poster in her dorm even after Oz left.
She's a genuine fan
Yeah.
for the music. She was in it for the music. I also like that Buffy's stuff gives off a sense that Joyce framed and picked stuff out.
Yeah.
Oh, that bedspread is sending me back to the 90s.
Yeah. I think I'm just noticing the blanket that she has at the end. My mom had one of those blankets that was like drab colors, but yep, but it was like orange and yellow, but like dark orange and dark yellow.
Yeah, we had a bunch of those in my house. I got this one from an aunt because our family just loves these blankets.
That color does look cute on her. The red and the
It
pattern's
does look
not
really-
great, but it looks cute on her.
Something about her undertone lends itself to those like deep reds.
Yeah. It was like the iconic.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Another thing.
Not gonna jokey rhyme your way out of this one, but she kind of almost does.
Yeah.
Before the divorce, you guys. The worst thing that ever happened in her life was that.
Yeah, I know. That's the
parents
thing.
got
Like, that's the
divorced.
trauma. That was the
Yeah.
thing. Remember when that girl in our high school became invisible and started cutting us?
Remember when that vampire killed me and Xander had to resuscitate me? Like,
Remember when we blew up our school and half of the people we knew died because the mayor of our town, who tormented me for a year, exploded into a snake? Like, remember when I killed my boyfriend, who just like, by the way, is outside our apartment watching
he's
us
here.
right now?
Oh,
And she's
God.
like, my dad doesn't like my mom.
Yeah.
Listen, that is a brutal thing to go through as a kid, but this kid, not this,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
this kid.
Not this kid.
You guys, emo Spike is my favorite Spike.
Of course.
Yeah.
I am who I am.
You
Yeah.
know, who am I to
I
say?
like that he's a little pathetic this season. It's so delightful.
It is. Yeah, when he's tied up at the end, it does it for me.
Also, I love that they like really paint. They were like, we want to serve.
It's like the drag makeup.
We are here to serve. Okay.
Sunnydale Cosmetology is like 2 buildings over.
It's just Harmony teaching night classes about acrylic.
Oh, Jared, you had those blankets too. Yeah, I feel like maybe it's just like a older family member thing. I always thought it was an old Puerto Rican thing.
Remember when that other Slayer died? Yeah, a lot's happened.
Yeah, a lot has happened.
A sheer top. You guys, we made it. 10 minutes in. Here it is.
I know it's like a little biased from the live show, Ryan, but
Drink
now
every time I see a sheer top.
now I just always think of you when Anya's delivering her like very blunt lines. Ooh, those pants too. Oof.
Ugh.
But Nick, were you? I feel like you were probably like me. I was like a Jenko Jean. I didn't have to do the patterns. I did like the Jenkos and yeah.
I mean, I love that you think I was rich enough to have Jenko jeans. But yes, that was I yeah. Gwen Stefani, like Gavin Rossdale era. Gwen Stefani was the poster girl.
The
You
blueprint.
know, there's that like, all right, grandma, let's get you to bed meme. I always laugh. The first one I ever saw was like, Gwen Stefani used to be in a punk band, and it's like, all right, grandma, let's get you to bed. And I think about that a lot.
Used to be in a ska band. Like,
I informed someone that her and Gavin Rossdale used to date, and they didn't know. And I was like, what? But that was like the big it couple back then. Like,
yeah.
they were like the cool hot couple.
No, the height of gene innovation for me was like, they're ripped on purpose because I go to the beach. What? I wear flip-flops with my jeans. I'm from Long Island.
Well, you were, what was it? Prom king that you were
No.
nominated? What were you nominated in your class? Something popular, right?
I was just popular.
Fair.
Sound like a true popular person. Reason? I don't.
Ryan was busy bullying us, Nick.
Wait, you said Long Island.
No, don't worry. I only bullied straight white guys because they were my like tormentors, but I only bullied the ones I could take on and wouldn't give me alliances. But like inviting all of the guys to a party with girlfriends and then not a specific guy is technically bullying, but I feel it's defensible.
I just want to say, I think we righted some wrongs here because they did just bring back that minor white woman character to murder her. So,
So
take that, pilgrims.
Yeah, Jared, I was popular that way too. Also, I love that like everywhere in Sunnydale is just super break intoable because it's sort of like, you know, it's sort of like if everyone's got superpowers to knock the door off its hinges, why am I going to spend money on a lock?
Right.
Just come
Why
in,
bother?
it's fine.
The thing that gets me about Sunnydale is nothing in LA is old. Like the oldest thing is like this building is from 1925, and yet they have all of this like completely well-built old shit hanging around.
Yeah.
They're
Xander
like,
just
it's
fell
the
into a
Spanish
tunnel.
conquistadors original.
Like fucking sure. Like
And me at the time being like, wow.
listen, I remember when we started this podcast, someone being like, they don't have basements in Southern California. And I was like, they don't? Every house doesn't have one in Southern California?
Wait, they don't?
No, that's apparently like not a thing.
Oh, I'm very East Coast. I
Yeah,
want to see,
yeah.
okay, round 2 of Buffy in, I don't know, Western Massachusetts.
Listen, I want a Buffy thing set in New York.
Every time
I
I get
wanna
on one of the
address-
old sea trains, and I'm just like, okay, this is where we take down the Slayer.
Listen, now that when I like the newest thing, I feel so fancy when I go to New York now and I can just use my phone as my Metro card and I don't have to get a Metro card.
How about when you use your
Future.
Apple Watch and you're like,
Ooh.
that's when you know you're really in the corporate dystopian hell apocalypse.
As a techno pagan, I refuse. I'm one of the outlier techno pagans. I refuse to use my phone.
Even though it feels like a magic spell.
It's a magic spell where the government knows where you are.
I mean, oh, they're tracking me on everything else too, so I'm like,
yeah, I got all those vaccines, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The ones with the GPS.
we got those microchips.
God, Giles is so hot. And
Oh my
Angel
God, the
him
number of
definitely
people-
kissing.
The number of people that Giles secretly has in this apartment throughout the series, I'm so glad we figured out where he lives, because hot people are always just coming out of corners.
It's so true. He's running an Airbnb.
So what's that with the like men B&B or something? There's like a gay one.
Yeah.
Of course you would know it and I wouldn't, Nick.
Ripper's booking it, you know. Giles has to say yes.
He's like, I got it for you in Spike Angel. I do think this.
This is peak hot Giles era.
Yeah.
If this man took me back to this apartment, I'd sneak around it too. I'd be like, hell yeah, I'm staying here for a week. Giles and Angel are both old men, and it's important to remember that while watching every scene where they're in together.
They are age appropriate.
Yeah. It's a conversation between
for each
peers
other.
almost.
Yeah.
My feed just dropped out.
Wait, what do you mean? Like you can't see us?
No, I can see you guys, but I'm blocked from watching the rest of the episode.
Oh, you had to download it. That's why you had to hit
I
download.
thought I did download.
You're watching on the website then.
Ugh, gross. Okay, hold on.
Here, wait,
If
should
you
we pause?
reload the website and then jump to where you were, you could get another.
Here, Ryan.
Yeah, hold
Ryan,
on.
let's pause.
Pause. Mr. B&B.
See, Jared knows.
See, there we go. Mr. B&B. Men B&B was close. Wait, hold on. It gave me a little download thing.
And then it should reopen in like its own QuickTime player window.
Not me working for a tech company and not knowing how to work the freaking internet, you guys.
Listen, I barely know how to do a podcast. The amount of times I like call Ryan or Zach in a panic and I'm like, I don't know how to do this thing. And like, I've been running a podcast for how many years?
I read something that Gen Alpha doesn't know what files are. I believe that, and I'm not worried about it, but maybe we should be.
I will say my students had trouble with like Google Docs. Like the first time I had them do something in Google Docs.
That's not promising.
Well, here's my how do you do fellow children moment. Okay. I am at the 1622 mark.
All right, cool.
Where are you guys?
I'm at 1647.
1647. Okay. Spooky faces. Here we go.
All right, cool.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
Jared, that's hilarious. The only reason Angel isn't interested in Giles is that they're age appropriate.
Jared.
Oh, so sympathetic.
He definitely went and got a beat done too. But
Yeah.
like a gothy beat.
Make it paler.
Okay, whenever I see sweaters like this in like a store ever, I always think Will has seen the softer side of the year. A legendary read.
Honestly.
There he is. A sentient baseball mitt.
He's like almost golden retriever boyfriend at the start, but then he's not a golden retriever.
But then he's not.
No.
Then he's that dog from down the street that taunts you. He is just not nice to her when he comes back, and it never left a good taste in my mouth.
He's the golden retriever boyfriend, but only to the professor.
Yes.
True. Yes. He's Maggie
Golden retriever
Walsh's
looking for a
little-
mommy. I love this little moment when she says something about Cordelia.
Tune in, 9 p.m.
Yeah. Up next.
I want to feel once more what I felt when both these shows were airing live.
Right. And I know we know this, but like, man, Sarah Michelle Gellar has great hair.
I mean, I've held back from commenting on the hair because I talked so much about the clothes, but like,
It's so shiny and pretty.
I know, and what it must go through, and the technology available. How did they keep it so healthy?
Yeah, I'm surprised James Marsters' hair isn't like fully rigid and snapping off.
Yeah,
I mean, look, he stopped being Spike and that curl pattern came back.
That is true.
I need to do my hair.
Ryan, the panic you had of.
Buffy, you know.
Don't play dumb for a guy. Queen!
Harmony. Like, I get it, girl. I probably would fold.
It's so relatable in the worst way.
Yes.
Get a job, get away from her.
Yeah.
She was built for reality TV, though.
She was.
She'd be on a House of Villains 100%.
Her and Tiffany Pollard going at it.
Going nail to nail.
And You're Mean is so good.
I also like that she was like, I'm sleeping in a cave, but I am going to put up a dividing wall.
Yeah.
I'm getting a screen. I always wonder, like, what's going on with vampires when they can't drink blood? Like, does their mouth get really dry?
Yeah. Probably is like really bad dry mouth.
Like horrible hangover feeling.
Mm. I know it's like not a big deal, but I always am like, oh, right, they have other sets. Sometimes they use other sets on the show. Like, or this is probably like they actually went to a church.
Oh no, this is an authentic, very old thing in Southern California.
So really brutal that he hangs him and
Yikes.
like
I don't know, team villain. Does anyone in 7 seasons of television have more of a motivation than him?
Truly.
True. Maybe
so
Anyanka.
Buffy is the opposite of the white savior in this episode. Cool.
Ooh, Jared, I agree. I would love Harmony in season 2 of Slayers.
Do we know if this actor was like cast within their own race? Do we know? Was that confirmed? I would love...
I feel like I don't even want to look because I'm sure.
That, I was going to say, if that's true, that'd be so satisfying and a little bit like relieving, but it's definitely maybe not. Not based on any indication, just the standards of the time. Cool effect, though.
I would love to be able to do that. Burst into a bunch of crows.
Now, what happens to those crows? Like, if you take one crow out, is he missing a hand?
I also love this top on Buffy. I think she looks great in it.
Jared, if that's true, I'm going to be so pale and skinny. I'm a vampire who never eats because of ethical reasons, but also to, like, fit in clothes.
Ooh, you tell that British man. We don't say Indian.
You can.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Go right ahead. You know, I just think it's always tough when a TV show is like, let me take something mystical or supernatural from another culture and mix it in with the stuff I made up, and it'll be fine. I'll do my best, and you'll get that this is cartoons. And it's like, but it's not cartoons because you just brought up the real world. So like, you opened this can of worms. It's tough.
Did you ever hear of or see that? Like, I think like James Wan did it, the La Llorona.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, and it's like all white people, but it's like a Mexican like myth, and like, yeah, not great.
Tough. That's tough.
And you know, hands up.
Just some atrocities.
I like the yellow sweater. I do.
I mean, Buffy's making good points. The most important thing about this is going to be dinner.
Wait, the other thing Jane said was they had to tone down Buffy. Like, she had to tone down Buffy a little bit because people were afraid. They were afraid audience would think she was like also possessed by like a Thanksgiving thing because she was so into it.
No, Buffy likes to plan a dinner. If a dinner doesn't go how Buffy thought it was going to go,
I think that tracks, right? I think like her type A personality is like, would be doing this.
Yeah, I have a friend like this. They throw a great party, but like,
God, am I like
not
this about
possessed? She's just trying to heal a childhood trauma.
Yeah,
with pie.
With pie. Just has unreachable standards for yams. Things are going fine.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yes. Go down to City Hall, to that office of the woman that got murdered, and make some demands.
I mean, these words coming out of Giles' British mouth, it's a little hard to take.
It's not great.
No.
It is a tough week for it, you know. Oh my God, gossiping while she's out of the room.
She's like right there too.
Yeah, they're working so hard to make it seem like they're both making points, and I don't think they. Well,
I feel like that right there was a perfect example of how good they all are. Like just like their timing.
yeah, the like sitcom pacing of 4 is interesting like that.
Yeah.
He and has got diseases from the Chumash tribe.
My brain immediately sings it.
We should have got a scene of Xander at the clinic. Anya's like, that's an old favorite of mine.
Yeah. And he's like, I know
She's
these
right.
things. Yeah.
I like her kiki little outfit too.
Yeah. And the little thing in her hair.
Very Megan Draper.
Oh yeah.
Well, where does he live? Why does he have the energy to do all that?
Hey, Jonathan.
Ouch.
Oof.
She's right there. Honestly, this is what Thanksgiving would have been like had I decided to go have a meal with people with different political opinions. So,
Why you're smart, Nick.
yeah.
Both of you.
I would be Willow, but with the tact of Anya, which creates a perfect storm.
Which always is received very well.
People love that with their stuffing. That's why they call me gravy. But honestly, this is the attitude you need to have to pull Thanksgiving together. I'm going to be honest with you. Someone in the house has to be acting like this in order for dinner to happen.
That is true. It's like
You know, you don't want the person on the trip who's talking about itineraries either, but if you want to get through the Louvre, you need to bring that nightmare with you.
I am that
Named
nightmare.
my husband. Also, he can't find a nicer blanket. It's so sad. I love whenever we hit against the invisible wall.
Yeah. They did a lot of work out of comedic like peeks over that couch in the season.
Yeah, it's a great piece.
It is.
There you go.
Let's be pals.
So he speaks in English, but not grammatically correct English, just very stereotypical. Not that there is a grammatical correctness to English, but I don't think that was being done to make that point.
Right, yes.
Well, at least he's got friends.
Like, I think about this image of Spike a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, you're not alone.
Oh my gosh. Yes, Jared. I can think of so many fun ways to play with that. I should write a vampire book and steal your ideas.
Yes, obviously Giles has Brandy. He's British.
Like, of course.
I mean, this would be my short list.
I just want to say the set decoration of Giles' apartment really gave me the wrong expectations about what I'd be able to afford as a librarian.
What do you mean?
Look at all these rare books and nice artifacts and framed pieces of art.
Well, I do think if you join a secret society from the UK that tries to like control violence across the world, you probably would.
Maybe you would.
So you're saying Giles has a pension from the Watchers Council? Or like a supplemental income?
I just think those yearly bonuses slapped. They weren't paying the Slayers.
Yearly bonus came with like a weird artifact.
The Christmas gift you open every year is just an untold horror every time. I do like the touch that Willow is extra sensitive to this because she's the only Jewish person in the cast.
That is true, yeah.
But she has like some kind of connection to
The one Jewish, one queer person. I do appreciate the twist of like they're going to save the dean, but actually to this tribe that like Buffy's the like leader.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ever notice that magic can make you sick, but it can't cure you? That seems not fair.
You know, Jared said the housing prices in Sunnydale are probably competitive. That's probably true.
Just makes me even more sad.
Millennials moving there in droves. Buffy would have been a very traumatizing mother to have, though, I have to say.
Yes.
Buffy making Fox News level talking points to the guys.
It's very pleasing the way that hits Spike, the way it's like directly, I don't know.
She got her pie.
You know?
I want pie now. Yeah, Slayers does suggest that magic can cure illness.
That is true.
I have questions about that because what happened to poor Joyce?
Also,
I guess
did Angel
nobody
get
knew.
changed since the last time we saw him? Wasn't he wearing a button up?
One of his 4 outfits that he ever wears when he's on Buffy.
The easiest of the custom figures I made are the Angel ones because I made 2, and then I was good for the rest
Red
of
shirt,
the...
black shirt.
Yeah.
Angel on a city bike.
I know. Me lying.
Where's your weapons chest?
My opens chest is my Buffy figures back there.
I have a box of sex toys next to the rollerblades. Not joking.
That counts. This is such a good silly thing of like them on the bikes.
It's delightful. E.T.
Not even close.
Not helpful. Also, Giles is the one who put up those fairy lights. He spent a day on it. And I always will, Jared. I always will. I will say, the Shumash guy's vest is very cute. I want one. It's like a nice material. Also, Giles is keeping all these artifacts in a house that sees a lot of violence. It's giving like the charmed clock. Like, why do you keep buying these?
He's got a great renter's insurance policy.
Your lemon or whatever it is. Lemonade. That's what it's called. Why am I
You know,
giving
for
them
someone
so
who was very against causing harm to the native people, I don't know. Willow's really swinging that shovel.
I mean, it is. She will die if she doesn't. That's that.
I
that
mean,
could...
yeah.
God, Spike's
Also,
shitty
I mean, that's
grin.
very typical white woman behavior. You had a lot to say, didn't you?
That is true too. Those fairy legs do look cute, Ryan. You're right.
They do look cute, and Giles definitely did it. He wanted Olivia to be impressed with his place.
God.
Giles's poor
Yeah.
brain has been smashed to bits on this show. Oh yeah.
And there really was a bear on set, Jane told us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good. It's
Well,
better
I
if
don't
it's just
think
a
that
man
was
in a bear
actually Sarah Michelle
costume.
Gellar.
Right, yeah. No, yeah, it was like a real bear on set. But she said it like they shot it weird because it's actually a tiny bear.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That's not the real bear. That is.
That is, yeah.
Ryan, could you imagine just a bear at work one day?
Right. Like,
I
oh.
guess if you're a zookeeper. Also, why's the smoke got to be green? It's got to dissipate into a fart. It's Thanksgiving. People trying to eat.
Dissipate into a fart.
And now we watch Peanuts.
It kind of, it really sends the whole Thanksgiving episode home when they finally sit down to dinner after killing all the native folks.
I know.
Like, oh, now that's done. Turkey?
Just a
Nick.
row of white people enjoying the spoils of war.
Fuck.
Yeah, the good guys did not win this day.
God, this
It's a
is
great scene, though.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh God.
I love that shot.
It's
Yeah,
so good.
It's such a good end shot.
And that's the view I see every Thanksgiving when I say something at the table.
And I love that Giles isn't looking. He's just like, ugh, and everyone else.
Guys,
Jane,
and that's why the magic box sells sage.
Jane also said that she actually had Anya deliver that line in her script. And then, but she was glad they changed it because it kind of doesn't make sense. Yeah, it makes more sense for Xander to say it.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, thanks for watching this. Yeah, Jared, Spike's grin is so good. Like, but yeah, thanks for watching this with us, and thanks Nick and Ryan for watching it with me.
Oh my gosh, fun.
Happy Thanksgiving. Try not to have a
Enjoy
terrible
your
holiday.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm like, how do I stop alive? I forget.
Don't